Oh, I forgot I was recording. Alright, so I was thinking, should I record about this? I'm like, is it worth my time? And I was like, fuck it man, I've been out for like 10 years. I'm not blowing up, I can do whatever the hell I want. So I was thinking about this whole teabagging situation. So, we have to remember at all times to get into the mind of this person doing these tweets and how it all started. So this person says, imagine saying that because you won a round, it is okay to teabag someone's corpse in game. It's not, unless there's express consent from everyone, including those who would have to watch it. It's sexual harassment and it has to end. I'm going to let that sink in just for a second there. I'm just going to let it sink in. Process. Now, as a logical human being, which is becoming shorter by the day, I'm going to have to break down right after the first comma what is it is okay to teabag someone's corpse in game. So this is my issue right away, is we have to assume that she's equating an action within a game to a real life event. No, sexual harassment, teabagging, nuts on the face. But she skipped over corpse. Teabagging someone's corpse. Teabag is not cool, but no mention of dead body. Dead body, we're fine with that. But teabagging, How can you put those two? Because again, we're in the mind of this person. You know, like we know it's ridiculous. It's fucking insane. But how can you, in the same sentence, say teabagging is sexual harassment, but ignore dead body? Because you know, in Valorant, that person has been killed. You killed in a round. You killed that person. That person tried to do something. You killed him. You walked over, nuts in the face. Easy. The level of mental gymnastics to reach this point is fucking insane. Because then anything is wrong. Anything at all. You can't do shit. Like teabagging, shooting someone is murder. Knifing someone, throwing a bomb, Molotov, explosions, shotgun through the chest. You're a fucking maniac. You're psychotic. And this is the very reasons that like right-leaning politicians like blaming video games for the past 35 years. Video games incite violence. You cannot put two things in a separate box. Oh no, teabagging's this little box. It is important, but killing, maiming, stabbing, whatever, lighting on fucking fire, that's cool. It's all cool, man. We're fine with that. But this person chose. They chose to be offended because maybe it was something, as I say, it may have related to the life. Apparently, she got nuts in the face when she was younger, whatever. But the point is, the mental gymnastics to only make something in the game legitimate make everything else fine. Everything else was cool. She plays around, she shoots someone in the face. A perfectly healthy person who's playing a video game reacted the same as her. She shot somebody in the head. She was cool with it. She was cool with it. Until somebody shot her in the head, killed her, walked over and put their digital nuts gently on their forehead. Then it was an issue. Like, fuck me, man. This is like, I'm not big into politics, right? I think they're both full of shit. Like, I agree with some things on the right and agree with some things on the left. And the biggest thing is the polarization. Like, if you step a toe over on this side, you're supposed to be in this box. Or if you go over that side, you're supposed to be in this box. Fuck off. I get to decide what the fucking part of. Don't try to, like, define me. But this kind of shit is what makes the left look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. You're a moron. It sounds so stupid. Like you're somehow advocating for something, but then what you're really doing is empowering the people who are on the right to believe this shit. You know, that what you say, like, oh, violence in video games. No, promote violence in real life. You're doing the exact same thing, but you're trying to argue it from a left-sided point of view. You're a fucking idiot. So let's see if I can find. As you can gather from the screenshot, which is from dictionary.com, it has been and always been a sexual meaning. I don't want anything to do with being witnessing or even having teammates that do it. I've already explained why above. It's harassment, not abuse. Point being, if I say I don't want to see and you repeatedly perform it on screen where I must see it when I'm playing, that's harassment. Now, again, you have to be a fucking idiot, because what if I simply go, don't kill me? In a game like Valorant, I go, don't kill me, and the person kills me, and again go, do not kill me. I'm telling you, do not kill me, and they kill me, and then they kill me again, and I go, okay, look mate, I've warned you 3 days, this is now harassment, I'm not down. I've warned you, it's not this is harassment. No game, PvP game, could ever be played again. You know, because I'm not, what the fuck? This is insane. It's insane. You're fucking nuts. Because you cannot, like, legitimize one action or delegitimize one action without the other. You can't say everything is okay. I can tell you exactly what this kind of person is, and I'm going to break it down with an example. Is this person is 31 years of age. 31. Right, so, and I say within, she's familiar with FPS, COD, and all that, because she mentions esports, she likes it. She knows the world, she knows what happens in the games, all this kind of stuff. And but she chose to do it, she chose to engage with it. But she doesn't like one aspect of the game, because apparently it relates to some sort of real life issue. For her, not for anybody else, for her. And she wants to now exert power over that thing in game and remove it to suit her need. This is exactly like when somebody buys a ticket to go and see a comedian. She chose to play Valorant. She's aware of FPS culture. It's the same as when somebody goes to buy a ticket for a comedian, and guess what? They were fine with jokes 1 through 10. 1 through 10 were great. There were like tears running down my eyes. It was fantastic. But here comes joke 11. Joke 11 is not cool because it relates to the person. You know, whatever the joke is, it relates them to them a little bit too closely. Just a little bit. They were fine. Joke 1 through 10 was cool. They were pissing themselves. They were like, I'm having a good time. Joke 11 came along and fucked them up. And suddenly they're on the side of the stage going, oh no, joke 11 wasn't cool. How can you say that about this person or these people or this experience? Nah, blah blah. Thing is, you're only thinking about you in joke 11. Maybe somebody in joke 3 in the crowd felt that it was a little bit harsh, but they rolled with it. I'm here to see a comedian. I've got to take the punches. Joke 7 came around. That affected someone else that had a little bit of a personal experience with it. They rolled with it. You know what they were saying? They're seeing a comedian. Fucking all fair game. But not to you. Joke 11 came around and that affected you. And that's when it was not suitable anymore. I'm going to disrupt this whole show for 10,000 people or whatever the fuck. And it's the exact same as playing a video game. It affected you, and no longer can it just like be like, hey, this was like. And I'm going to say right off the bat here, unless an actual developer shows me the character model where like they take the pants off and there's a pair of hefty nuts, like there's a pair of nads, you know, plums with like hairs coming out and shit. You know, like a ridiculous size. You know, like you see one of those like fucking farm pigs where you're like, motherfucker, you must be unbalanced. What's going on there with the nads? Unless I see a pair of those that can be gently caressing a forehead. You're not even being teabagged by a digital model. You are being Ken-dolled. You're being Ken-dolled or G.I. Joe'd. And if you're playing a female model, you've been Barbied or something. You've been Ken-dolled or Barbied. You're not literally being teabagged. There is no, there's a smooth plastic thing there. Like, we've all done it when we were kids, and it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless I see a developer take off the character model's pants and there's like a hefty, like, you know, like the bulls coming to the farm, you're like, geez, like with the centimeters coming, like, you know, you take the tape and you're like, oh man, look at the fucking semen coming out of that bitch. I'm sorry, but there's no way, you know, it's not happening. It's not happening. The actual dipping is like, this is like me being like that asshole from Game of Thrones, the cleric or whatever, when he's got no nuts. Like, you're dipping, like, man, there's nothing there. What are you doing? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, man. There's nothing there. It's just patch the skin. And say, even then, if the developer did like show off the pants and they actually took the time to show like a sweet set of juicy plums, it's still digital. Gives a fuck. It's not like a guy walked into your room without showering for 7 days and dropped his fucking crown jewels on your forehead and be like, smell those bitches. It's in a video game. It's a video game. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. I genuinely think like people need strife. They need something to fight against. Otherwise, if they don't have nothing, this is the kind of shit to fight against. Like, you're out of your mind. You're so fucked up. You're so fucked up that you don't actually have anything to be concerned about. So this is the kind of shit you make up. And people are like, oh, why are you concerned about? I don't concern myself about the stupidity. I'm concerned about what the stupidity would do to actual, like, because new corporations are bowing down to like this stupidity. They're bowing down, and then what happens? The companies are going out of business. Companies are like, because people are getting fed up of it. People are fed up of listening to these fucking nut jobs. Like, doing stupid shit, like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. But, fuck me, man. It blows my mind, the mental gymnastics to ignore corpses, to know blowing up, to maiming, stabbing, all this shit. Everything was cool. It's all cool. All gravy. Until teabagging comes in, and then it's an issue. Like, the logical and fallacy is fucking, like, astounding to me, man. Like, we are so fucked. We're so fucked. As people, like, what are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, like, I've been on like YouTube for 10 years or something. I'm getting no progress out of this bitch, but I can do whatever the hell I want. But anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me how ridiculous it is. It's got to be ridiculous. It's insane. And I'll see you all next time.